So, one thing that is important to note when you are in crisis, when you are feeling uneasy, tense, stressed out, irritated, is that before you notice, you are already in that state. This is not something you created. This is not something you decided. This is not something you chose to be. This is already happening even before you became aware of it. Best you can do is to become aware, become conscious of what is already here and make this process aware. Notice your breathing. See how you are breathing right now. If you are anxious, stressed, angry, agitated, your breathing most likely is not relaxed. It is not flowing in a natural, relaxed, harmonious way. You are likely holding. Once you notice how breathing is right now, see if you can relax it. Second thing you can notice is the body. Find out if you are in fight mode or if you are in flight mode. Are you getting ready to attack? Are you angry, agitated, or are you ready to run away? Are you frightened? In both modes, your body is not relaxed. Your body will be tense. Notice your shoulders, notice your back, notice your chest, notice your abdomen, how you are sitting, how your hands are. Are they tight? Are they constricted? Do you feel a contraction? This means body is not relaxed. Whenever body is not relaxed, you are deeply identified. And again, this identification is already here. This identification is here even before you notice it. You did not choose it. You did not decide it. You did not will it. It has already happened. You are simply noticing it right now. In some cases, even this awareness, even this noticing is not there. You are tense, you are constricted, You are contracted and you do not even know it. Best you can do is become aware of it. Once you are aware of it, it is possible that you can relax it. If you pay close attention, if you monitor this process closely, you might notice that whenever body is constricted, contracted, you are deeply identified. You are not doing that. You are not doing this identification. It has happened already. At best, you are noticing it. And you are noticing it afterwards. When this identification was happening, you were not present. You were not aware. And this is not about you. This is not about how spiritual you are. This is not about how many hours of meditation you have done. This is not about if you are a Christian, Buddhist, Jain, Hindu, or Muslim. This is not about how many books on Advaita, non-dual. This is not you. This is not your doing. This is the human body. This is the human brain. This is the human mechanism. This is how it works. There might be gurus whose business might be to fool you, to trick you. They might be pretending to be who they are not. They might be pretending to be superhuman, but ultimately, you alone are your best teacher. You alone are the real test, the real verification. Observe your own mind, observe your own thinking, your own feeling, your own emotion. Find out, are you choosing it or are you simply noticing it? It is possible that sometimes you are able to choose, but especially with emotions like irritation, anger, agitation, frustration, fear, anxiety, depression, the emotion that you yourself find painful, that you yourself find undesirable, you yourself do not want to have, it is unlikely that you chose it. It is the body mechanism, it is the brain mechanism that is creating it. At best, you are aware of it. Once you are aware of it, you can make this process conscious. You can make this process aware, you can become alert to it, and then you can become relaxed. At least try to become relaxed. Start by relaxing your breathing. Start by relaxing your body. And most important thing, stop blaming yourself for it. You are not doing it. This is the human mechanism. This is the human body. This is the human brain. It is working without you. It is working even without your awareness, knowledge. Just like your breathing happens, digestion happens, blood flows, immune system works, cells divide. This process too is largely automatic. It is happening without your permission, without your awareness, without your knowledge. Whenever body is contracted, not relaxed, identification has already happened. Reverse is also true. If you are able to fully relax your breathing, if you are able to fully relax your body, once contractions are gone, frictions are gone, tightness is gone from the body, you will notice that identification has also disappeared. At the core, contraction in the body, tension in the body is closely tied with identification. They feed each other. Contraction, tension in the body feeds mental identification, and mental identification feeds tension, contraction in the body. They are dependent on each other. Second important thing to remember is that when your body is in the fight or flight mode, when it is constricted, contracted, your ability to think is extremely limited. It is best to not engage your thinking mind when you notice that you are not relaxed. If you engage your thinking mind in this mode, most likely results are fearful thoughts. This process will take control of your mind, take control of your brain, and it will use it to generate more fearful thoughts, which will make you more afraid, more anxious, more stressed, and it will result in more contraction, more tension in the body. And this becomes a loop. Tension in the body will feed fear in mind, and fear in mind will feed tension in the body, and you'll be caught in this mode. You can observe it yourself. Pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to your body and then see what kind of thoughts you are getting. You might find it true. So, what do you do? Two things I have seen work. Actually, three things I have seen work. Number one, as long as you feel that the body is tense, contracted, focus on body alone. Put your attention in the body, preferably in abdomen. That's where it seems our center is. When we are in our mother's womb, navel is where we were connected to our mother's body. That is where our life force, our life energy was getting all its nutrition. Even today, we have this gut feeling, and when we are in a life threatening situation, gut is where we feel it at first. It is quite possible that is where our vital center is. So pay attention to your gut, to your abdomen, to your navel, and whenever you get a thought, anxious thought, a stressful thought, fearful thought, just keep putting your attention back to navel. Don't worry about thoughts that come, thoughts that go. Don't blame yourself. Don't say, why did I think that half a second ago or 2 seconds ago? Realize fully that you are not in control. Thoughts are happening, you are simply becoming aware of it. Thoughts are happening without your will, without you choosing them. Whenever you notice, simply put your attention back to abdomen, back to navel. As long as you feel that the body is still tense, keep doing that. Don't try to think, because if you think, an afraid body, an anxious body, a tense body, tense breathing is going to give rise to tense, fearful, anxious, dramatic, painful thoughts, and he will be in this loop. Second thing that I saw works really well is breathing retention exercise, pranayama. Pranayama that has breathing retention in it. That or one that is taught by Wim Hof, one that is based on Gracie's method, and many yogic pranayama, including Bhastrika pranayam, including Kundalini pranayam, including Nadi Sodhan pranayama. Basic mechanism is you breathe deeply, you exhale, and then you stop taking any air in for as long as you can hold, and then try to push yourself little further. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15, 20, 30, however further you can push yourself. And that tend to calm mind down, that tend to calm the body down, and that tend to work even when you are in a semi mental crisis mode. You can try it next time. You are the judge. Don't depend on any authority, no matter how famous that authority is, no matter how many humans bow to that authority. You are your own authority. Observe yourself. You are intelligent. God gave you brain, power to observe, power to notice, and power to learn. And that is enough. Observe your own mind, observe your own thinking, observe your breathing, observe your body, and see how they are connected, how they feed each other. You alone are your true guru. Miley Cyrus is not your guru. Ariana Grande is not your real guru. Britney Spears is not your real guru. Michael Jackson is not your real guru. MC Hammer is not your real guru. No matter how successful, how famous, how popular, how respected they are, even Jennifer Lopez is not your guru. Ben Affleck is not your guru. And same goes for Jiddu Krishnamurti, UG Krishnamurti, Ramna, Sri Sri, Sadhguru, Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, Osho, whatever famous guy, Trump, Biden, none of them are your guru. All of them are humans like you. There is a difference in the brain we got. Einstein had different brain. Miley Cyrus has different brain. I have a different brain. You have a different brain. There is no denying that. We have different level of intelligence. But for you yourself, your own intelligence, your own observation, your own witnessing, your own insight are what that are going to ultimately work. Whatever a guru said, first of all, it might be true or false. It might be factual or partially factual. And second, that guru might be different. He or she might have different body, different brain, different situation, different circumstances, and what works in one situation might not work in another. For your own situation, for your own circumstances, for your own body, for your own mind, they know better guru than yourself. And this has to become clear. This is one area you cannot rely on another because this is your own mind, your own thinking, and you are closest to it. Nobody knows you better than you do. Nobody knows your mind, your thinking better than you do. So start paying attention, start observing, and learn. If needed, document it, write it down. Teach yourself. Don't depend on an external authority, even if that authority is Jiddu Krishnamurti or some other guy who is dead. You are the one alive, you are the one aware, and you are closest to your own experience, your own thoughts, your own feelings. Third thing we notice works. We just start paying attention to your real sense perception. Really start seeing, really start hearing, really start smelling what is around you. Start naming what you see. A rose flower, a red rose flower, a pink rose flower, a bird, a black bird, a tree, green leaves, golden leaves. This process works. This process takes your mind away from the loop of same thoughts, same repeating thoughts over and over and over again. This gives your mind something new. And in noticing that something new, there is an opening, there is a space, there is some clarity. And in that space, in that gap, you gain some ability to relax, to calm down. And once you are calm, once you are relaxed, everything works better. So, this last point is really important to remember. Really notice what you are experiencing right now. Really notice what you see right now. If possible, name it. And this works. Another thing, which is the fourth thing that works, is in place of trying to run away from uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable emotions, fully experience it, completely experience it. Experience it as if you are a scientist, as if you are an observer, as if you are a surveyor. And this is something that is happening, and your job is to fully document it, to fully see it, fully understand it, literally. Become like a scientist to yourself. Observe what is happening. And this fourth process too works surprisingly well. Do you listen to the bird sound right now or any other sound? Pay full attention to it. Pay full attention to your surrounding, and that has the tendency to break the mental thinking loop. What does not work in the crisis mode is mental reading, mental lessons, pure logic, pure intellect, theory of Advaita, oneness, no free will, what Buddha said, what JK said, what Byron Katie said, what Tolle said, what Jesus said. That does not work. Actually, one thing that Jesus said does work, and that is let thy will be done. Let thy will be done. Let God's will be done. Let universe will be done. Let what happens happen. Let all results come. Let God be in control. Let God have the power. Let God alone be the true judge. Let God alone be the true decider. God alone knows. God alone has true power. God alone has true knowledge, true wisdom. God alone has complete knowledge. It is God's kingdom. I am a guest. All my own power, all my own intelligence, my own thinking, my own brain, my own intellect is a gift from God alone. I cannot judge God using the gift that he or she alone gave me. Let whatever happens happen. Let God remain in control. Let God alone decide what should happen. Let God alone be the true judge. And let me only notice the gift of God around me right now. Start by noticing your breathing. Start by noticing the air that you breathe. Notice that this air itself is a gift of God. The nose, the lungs, the breathing mechanism, everything is a gift of God. Do you hear the sound of the train? That ability to hear is God's gift. That ability to know that it is sound of a train is God's gift. Say thank you for that. Say thank you for your vision. Thank you for your body. Express gratitude. And this works. Letting God be in control. Letting God be the true judge, true decider. Saying thank you and simply focusing on serving God, serving the universe, serving what is with love, with kindness, with presence, with awareness, and without any attachment or ownership to the results. That does work. And it is both a short term, medium term, as well as a long term technique to achieve peace, calm, and happiness.